What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Greyhound. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Greyhound is the most gripping, most relentless World War II movie that I've ever seen. It grabs you from the start and doesn't let go. The tension stays buzzing the entire time and keeps you on the edge of your seat. Just like the characters themselves, you will find yourself on high alert, as if any minute something bad is about to happen. I know it's kind of cliche to say that Tom Hanks gives a commanding performance, since he's done exactly that for so many times in so many movies over the years. But this one really gets you stirred up, like you're willing to follow the man to the ends of the earth. Greyhound is what the 2012 movie Battleship wishes it could have been. Based on C.S. Forester's The Good Shepherd novel, directed by Aaron Schneider and scripted by Tom Hanks, who also stars as a Navy commander, first-time captain, tasked with protecting a convoy of 37 ships carrying thousands of soldiers and much-needed supplies across the treacherous waters of the Atlantic during the World War II. For 5 days with no air cover, the captain and his small force of 3 escort ships must make their way through an area of the ocean known as the Black Pit, battling Nazi U-boats while protecting their ships and soldiers. Inspired by the true events during the Battle of the Atlantic during the earliest months of America's alliance with Great Britain and the Allied forces, co-starring Stephen Graham, Rob Morgan, and Elizabeth Shue. 22 years ago, Tom Hanks starred in the World War II masterpiece film Saving Private Ryan, and since then he has executive produced shows like Band of Brothers and The Pacific, both of which honored the greatest generation. It's a known fact that Tom Hanks has always admired that specific era in our history and the heroes who fought in it. So when I heard that he wrote the adaptation screenplay for Greyhound, my reaction was, well, it was just a matter of time until that happens. Tom is clearly passionate about such stories, but I underestimated the extensive research that he had done for this project, which speaks to his keen eye for details. You see, to me, Greyhound consists of 2 components: the hunt between the predator and the prey. This is the part that gets your pulse pounding and your blood boiling. The Nazis, who refer to themselves as the Grey Wolf, keeps taunting our protagonist. And oftentimes, it does feel like we have to assume the worst because the enemy just seems so unbeatable. And man, trust me, you do not want to miss the battle scenes in this movie because they are heart-stopping. The other component, which is equally fascinating, is showcasing what warships during that time period can or cannot do, its abilities and its limitations. And in this case, how Tom Hanks' character manages to optimize the ship and use its limits as an unlikely strength or advantage. The movie never stops indicating that the technology back then was way different from what the military has today. Even the communication line has to be literally relayed from one person to the next. A split-second mistake of misinterpretation of the information can cause split-second disaster. You see them shouting at each other while at the same time trying to overcome the cold weather that also affects their navigation system. And Tom Hanks's immense maritime knowledge, including Navy jargons and vocabularies, helps to intensify the situation where even if we don't necessarily understand the exchanges between the characters, we could sense when things are escalating. Tom Hanks' script is very action-oriented, which results in the movie being go, 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 with hardly any pause for rest. Director Aaron Schneider and DP Shelley Johnson keep the frames very up close, that even though it may not have one take sequence, the cinematography and the editing give you the illusion of it, as the captain fluidly moves from one end of the ship to the other, going through tight corners and spaces. This movie really goes above and beyond to make you appreciate the experiences of our Navy heroes and sailors, in addition to it being a remarkable chase thriller about an underdog trying to turn the tables.